Hey guys, Impulse191 here, and today I'm bringing you a battle against a guy called Jacob that I met on the Pokemon Amino App. Then before the battle starts, I just want to say a quick thank you to the few that have started to support me by subscribing, hitting the like button, and also leaving comments. I really appreciate it because it lets me know that you're enjoying the content. So if you're a first time viewer and you do end up liking the video, show it some love. So for this battle I used a friend's DS. His name's Impulse191. I'll leave a link to his channel in the description. He also does battles if you want to check him out. But yeah, I grabbed his DS. I went to the PC, put together 6 Pokemon I like the look of, and went out and got a battle. So without any more delays, let's get right into it. So he's going to lead with a Dusknoir. I'm going to lead with Rotom. And I'm expecting the Will-O-Wisp. I'm just going to stay in because I don't mind that too much. He's going to actually go for the Shadow Sneak, and it doesn't do a great deal of damage. Rotom's able to eat that up, and I'm going to use the Trick across the Choice Scarf, and start to cripple this Dusknoir. And I obtain a Shell Bell, so now I'm thinking that he's got quite an aggressive set. So I'm going to go for the Will-O-Wisp to completely cripple him, and now that Dusknoir's pretty much done. The Ice Punch is not going to do any damage at all. And I expect him to switch. I'm going to go for the Volt Switch. I'm going to get Switch Initiative. He's actually going to stay in. I guess he wants to... I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to go into Raikou, because I'm going to be able to eat these Ice Punches up all day long. And he goes for the Ice Punch. He's... Wow, he actually outspeeds me. I didn't notice that the first time around. So yeah, he... oh, that's after the Volt Switch, never mind. So I'm going to use Sub. Seeing what he wants to switch into, but again he just stays in. Uses the Ice Punch, which is not going to be able to break the Sub. And he's going to take some more burn damage. I know he's got the Chansey, so I can't set up on this. I can't set up on his team. So I'm just going to fire off a T-Bolt. If he wants to see, and that's fine. But he just fodders his guy. And Thunderbolt's going to be able to take that down. So now I'm expecting the Chansey to come in. Which is fine. And it does come in. I'm going to fire off a Thunderbolt just to get a little bit of damage on this thing. See what he wants to do. I'm kind of expecting a Seismic Toss, and he does go for the Seismic Toss, so no major plays there. But it means that I'm actually going to have to switch out now. So I switch out. I go into Sableye. He was really upset that we're running Mega Sableye. I avoid the Seismic Toss. He couldn't go for the T-Wave just in case. And he risks it. He risks me not being Mega, and it turns out I'm not Mega, so I go for the knockoff to try and get rid of the Eviolite, but I ended up being paralysed. So now he's gonna... I'm gonna try and get the knockoff off one more time. He goes into the Milotic, and I end up being paralysed again. And now I know that I can't stay in, and I'm expecting a Scald. So I'm gonna go out into Rotom to take that. He does go for the Scald. It's going to get a little bit of damage off. There's no burn, which is good. And now he's just going to Scout to see what I want to do. I'm going to Volt Switch straight up. It's super effective, and I don't really need to be in. He ends up switching out into Chansey again, which is good for me because I go for the Volt Switch again. It means that I can control a field presence with Sableye. So I'm going to go out into Sableye. Shell Bell's going to do its job. And that means he has to switch out again because Sableye completely walls him. So he's going to switch out as I go for the knockoff. And I am going to be able to get the knockoff this time. And I'm going to knock off the leftovers. I've got to retreat again. But this time I go out into Sylveon. He's gonna go for the Scald again. It's not gonna do much damage. I've got the leftovers, so that's fine. He's gonna go for the Ice Beam. I don't really care too much for about Marvel Scale, so I'm gonna go for the Toxic, but he ends up avoiding the attack. So now I'm expecting him to switch out. So I'm gonna go for the Wish. So my next switch can be a safe one. He does switch out, he goes into Chansey. I do get the Wish off. Which means Sableye can come back into the field. I'm going to go straight out into him, no messing about. And he happens to go for the Thunder Wave. I'm already paralysed, so that worked out really well for me. He has to switch again, and I predict the switch into Scizor and go for the Will-O-Wisp. It was a really risky play, and I almost didn't go for it, but it turned out that it worked out in my favour, because now Scizor's completely useless. I'm going to switch out into Keldeo, because I'm not too worried about anything it wants to throw at me. I get the Justified boost, and I lose the leftovers, which is pretty upsetting. The Justified boost doesn't mean anything. I'm going to be able to set up on this thing, so I'm going to go for a Calm Mind, starting to set up for a sweep. I know he's still got the Blissey. He stays in, and surprisingly he's got Aerial Ace, which kind of scared me, so I decided to knock this thing straight out. Go for the Hydro Bump and get the KO on it. And he goes back out into Milotic. I'm not quite sure how much damage this was going to do, so I go for the Sword anyway. Get some really nice damage off. I'm unable to take it out, and he's going to go for Scald. It doesn't do much damage, but it does burn me, which is really upsetting. And so he's going to protect, stall me out for burn. I'm just going to get another attack off. Secret Sword obviously fails. And he tries to protect one more time, but it fails, which means I'm going to be able to take him out. But unfortunately, Burn's going to take me out as well, so it's a double KO this turn. I'm not too sure what he wants to go into at this point, so I'm just going to go out into Rotom, just in case. He ends up bringing Gardevoir out. I guess he didn't like the matchup too much. He hard switches straight up, goes out into Chansey, and I guess he was predicting the Will-O-Wisp, maybe. But I'm going to Volt Switch and go straight back out into Sableye. So he's going to protect to scout what I want to do, and he's going to see the knockoff. And he decides to stay in, goes for the Soft Boiled, gets his life back up to full, and now I'm going to be able to knock his Eviolite off, which is awesome. That's what we've been trying to do for a long time. Now I feel like we've got this game in the bag, so I'm just going to keep spamming knockoffs. He's going to eventually have to switch, and I'll be able to knock something off. He goes out into Heatran. And unfortunately I'm paralysed. I see the air balloon, and I'm going to switch out. I go for the I go into Rotom, evade the Magma Storm, and now he's got to switch again. I'm going to Volt Switch because I predict him switching, expecting the Water move, and that's exactly what happens. Shell Bell puts in a lot of work. and I'm able to switch into Dragonite. I'm expecting the T-Wave and I run Lumberry, so I'm going to go for a Dragon Dance to get a +1. He goes for the T-Wave to try and paralyse me. The Lumberry is going to activate. And now he realises at this point that he's in a bad position, so he's going to switch out into Gardevoir. And I made a really bad play. I forgot about him having the Gardevoir, and I go for the Dragon Claw. I don't run Outrage. It's a good job I don't, otherwise I'd have been pretty screwed. So he's going to Mega Evolve, and I'm faster, so I'm going to go for the Earthquake. I'm going to do a ton of damage, but I'm unable to take it out. He goes for the Dazzling Gleam, gets a crit, but because of multi-scale, it doesn't take me out. And for some reason he's going to switch out back into Chansey now. I guess try and get the Paralyze off or something. But the Earthquake's going to do a lot of damage, so he's going to Protect. And there's nothing he can really do, he's just stalling out at this point. I'm going to Dragon Claw again, take out the Chansey. And Gardevoir's going to want to come back in. I outspeed because of the Dragon Dance. And I think I outspeed anyway, I'm not sure. I'm going to get the Earthquake off and it's going to take that down. His last guy's Heat Ram, which we've already seen. It's got the Air Balloon, so it ignores the Earthquake, and it also ignores the Dragon Claw. But fortunately I've got Aqua Tail, and I'm able to take that down. So good game, Jacob. If you like the video, hit like. If you've got anything to say about it, leave a comment, and thanks for supporting the content. See ya.